Welcome to the Anime Sensei channel. There are always those stories where the main character keeps getting underestimated, but then he pulls one over everyone and leaves them completely out of words. Today, we'll be talking about such anime, hence the title, Top 10 Anime, where the OPMC is underestimated until he shows his demonic powers. Now, shall we begin? Make sure you've pressed that like button.
気づいたか？心臓の鼓動だ。
The first one on our list is 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸. 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸 is a 2-season-long anime that centers around the idea of mystery, action, and horror. It's a story about mysterious superhumans called 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸, who first appeared around 17 years ago in Africa. It didn't take long before they were identified, and because of their unique qualities, they were deemed a threat to mankind, as there was never any telling what they might do. And because of that, whenever an 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸 is discovered, they're taken into custody. The main character is a high school student named 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥. He doesn't know all that much about 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸, and has only ever come across information about them in newspaper or on TV, but even that's very rare. Sure, they're taught about 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸 in school, but 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞 could care less about the classes. However, when the boy meets an accident that was supposed to take his life, he miraculously survives. But how? A normal human would have never survived such an accident. So, who is he? Noblesse, a Crunchyroll anime adaptation of a popular webtoon by the same name. The Noblesse anime first came to light back in 2016 with the premiere of a half-hour-long OVA called Noblesse Awakening. Then in 2020, thanks to both webtoon and Crunchyroll, Noblesse received a full 13-episode-long anime season. And while the quality of the adaptation is questionable, it's still a nice way to get into the series, and if you find intrigued enough, you can just start the webtoon. So, what's it about? A certain man named 𝐜𝐴ZEL has just woken from his 800-year-long slumber. He started attending a high school that was established and properly maintained by his servant named Frankenstein. He's the director of the school his master now attends. But there's a certain organization that lurks in the shadows, and it may not let 𝐜𝐴ZEL enjoy his student life in peace. If I must say, the webtoon is quite an enjoyable read. Though if you do start with the anime, watch the 30-minute-long OVA first, and then watch the Noblesse anime. Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby is a convoluted series full of dementia, horror, and many dark elements. It may not appeal to every age group. Some might even find themselves disgusted by it. But at the end of the day, it's indeed a great anime. The story takes place in a world where devils lie dormant in the shadows. They can possess humans, but sometimes there's a case where the will of the human they possess is stronger than what they can overcome, which results in the birth of a creature called Devilman. It possesses the strength of the devil, and yet also retains its human consciousness, all the while resembling its former appearance in one way or another. And this is the story of one such individual. Over the course of the 10 episodes, the story goes through unexpected turns and eventually ends with a not-so-nice ending. 𝐴𝐿 no Futakigosha, the misfit of Demon King Academy. The main character of this anime, Anos Voldegoat, is so strong that you can kill him. But did you really think he'll die, even if you kill him? He's the very definition of overpowered. His strength may not be as straightforward as Saitama's, but he still has the same persona considering how he's the absolute strongest. But not many know of his real identity. In a way, Anos is a ghost from the past. He ruled as the Demon King 2,000 years ago, but a feud between humans and demons leads him to sacrifice himself so that no more blood is shed. However, he's reincarnated once again and is now enrolled in the Demon King Academy. But since he's not a demon noble, he's labeled as an outcast at the very first day. 𝐸𝐴ZERO Kara Hajimera Isekai Seikatsu. 𝐸𝐴ZERO, starting life in another world. 𝐸𝐴ZERO is probably the most prominent isekai anime of modern times. The second part of the second season has only just recently ended, and the anticipation of the next one has already started, which is to be expected, considering how the story of 𝐸𝐴ZERO only continues to get deeper and deeper. The main character, named Natsuki Subaru, is a teenager who got isekai'd to another world while he was on his way back home from a convenience store. So far, so good. He realizes that he's now in a fantasy world, and his excitement is obvious. Little did he know about the darkness of this new world, and how insignificant he can be in the face of conflict. He dies on the very first day, but that's when he realizes he has a strange power. Every time he dies, he can return to a previous point in time. Guys, you are gravely missing out if you haven't watched 𝐸𝐴ZERO. Devil Survivor 2, the animation. Otherworldly creatures invade Earth, and henceforth a countdown is set on mankind's ultimate doom. Then there's the main character, Hibiki Kuze, as well as his friends, who are more than willing to fight for the sake of humanity's survival. And for that, they sign contracts with demons so that they can become devil summoners. Soon enough, a special organization gets notified of Hibiki and his friends, and before long, they are invited to become a part of it in order to participate in this fight for humanity's survival. 𝐒𝐻𝐻, a young man named Seal, is dubbed as the Queen's guard dog, who resolves many complicated matters for Her Majesty. Then there's his butler, Sebastian, who has seemingly unconventional abilities. Seal always does everything that is necessary to get the job done, and his butler defies common sense. What is their origin, and what is it that makes this duo such a force of nature? Only time will tell. This one is among the mainstream popular anime, and for very good reasons. 𝐜𝐴 𝐻𝐴 𝐻𝐴, 8 Dogs of the East. The village of 3 young'uns was thoroughly burned because of a preconception that a virus had eradicated all life. As it was burning, the 3 of them were approached by an odd man holding a sword. He tests their resolve to live and asks them to make a decision. It was this night that changed everything for the 3 of them. 5 years have passed, and the 3 of them live as a family in a nearby village. However, they're being watched, and soon enough, things are going to get very complicated yet again. Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is probably the most prominent anime of 2020. It's a refreshing yet unusual kind of battle shonen that may seem similar to old shonen at first glance, but at the end of the day, it's not. It only apparently feels similar. It's quite different at the fundamental level. The story introduces a world where jujutsu sorcerers live in the shadows and they take care of stuff related to cursed spirits. As for the general populace, they are unaware of the existence of both the cursed spirits and the sorcerers. One day, a boy named Itadori Yuji is accidentally forced into the world of jujutsu sorcerers. It was a twist of fate, but he ended up becoming a vessel for a curse from the past, the king of curses, Sukuna. And just like that, fate was decided. He was to be executed to keep the world safe, or at least he would have been if it weren't for a great man named Gojo Satori. I am genuinely looking forward to the upcoming season to see how the story progresses from here on out. Jujutsu Kaisen is indeed a genuinely good watch. Dead Man Wonderland. How much can a trip to an amusement park go wrong? For the young boy named Ganta Igarashi and his classmates, they thought it would be just another normal day as they prepared for a trip to an amusement park called Dead Man Wonderland. It's a very unusual place where the convicts perform insane acts for the amusement of the onlookers. Little did Ganta and the others know about the tragedy that was about to befall on them. It happens in a few moments. Ganta's trip goes horribly wrong when a man in red suddenly kills all his classmates. He's framed for their deaths and is then sent to jail. And it was this jail that made Ganta's already miserable life a living hell. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and found something that you haven't watched yet. Now, make sure you like this video and share your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button gray. I post regular content every day. In the future, I'm also planning on posting 2 videos a day. And before you go, I just want to let you know that I have an anime rap channel called Sensei Beats. You can find a ton of raps about some of your favorite characters like Zoro from One Piece, Lee from Naruto, 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐸 from Solo Leveling, and a few dozen other genuinely remarkable characters like them. There are frequent additions to this channel, so if you're interested, do check it out. Well then, see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe and watch anime!